cruise video, although this will probably be going up after we get back from our cruise. I did want to show you a couple things that we had organizationally. So in this video, I'm going to show you what is in my makeup bag for my cruise.
It's a solid bag.
So basically, one of the first things you need to know is that I have been testing out different makeup, or I have samples in here as well that I'm still testing out. But a lot of these things are things I chose because they are waterproof. They're able to be used maybe outside where I'm going to be sweating or in the water. So that is one of the things that I did keep in mind. Also portability, how easily does it travel, things like that. So first let's start off with my bag. Now this is the bag, I'm sorry it's very large, but this is my Vera Bradley bag. And if you know me, or maybe you don't know this about me, but I do collect Vera Bradley things. I have a couple purses that are Vera Bradley. I have a duffel bag. I've got like a lanyard and a wallet, and I haven't branched out to the major luggage yet. That might be like the next thing I do, but I have a backpack too. I have a lot. I just like it because it's very durable, and even if you go on Amazon, you can get it for a lot cheaper than they sell it in stores. But I love this. This is a really nice size. It's not too big, but it's big enough for me that I can fit everything in it that I need to. I probably used it for like 4 or 5 trips now. Okay, so let's just jump in, and I hope I can kind of do things in a chronological manner. We will see. First, let's talk about brushes. So I have 2 different brush things that I have in here. Let's start with the big one. These are both Real Techniques containers. The cool thing about this is that when you open it up, you can put other brushes in there as well. All these brushes are not Real Techniques brushes, obviously, but the cool thing about this is that there's like a little drawstring right here that you can cinch up, and then you can use it on your desktop, and you know what I mean, on your table. So I have 2 of these. The black one is for face brushes, so I have this e.l.f. brush right here that I primarily use for foundation, or if I'm only going to be putting on powder foundation, which sometimes I do, I will use the flat top e.l.f. Kabuki brush, which is like my favorite go-to. Then this one right here, this is the Real Techniques contour brush, which I actually use for highlighting. I don't use it for contour because it provides like a really nice, like small, especially for my face, it's kind of like a really small area, and it can just get right in there and put highlighter on your face. This one is called the buffing brush, which I actually use for blush. Or a blush topper. There's a couple blush toppers that I do have that I use in conjunction with highlighting, and I use this brush. It's kind of more of a rounded brush. This one right here is a Too Faced, I don't know, it's like a bronzing brush. It is flat, and I stuck it in here because it's small, but you can tell it's very flat. And that just gets it right in here, and it didn't take up a lot of room, that's why I put it in there. And then this one right here, this is the Expert Face brush, this one right here. It kind of is more rectangle and then like kind of domed on the top of it. I use that for, what did I say? Oh, for blush. This is the actual blush. And then this right here, this is the e.l.f. Oh my gosh. By the way, this is not e.l.f. This is Wet n Wild. Sorry. Yeah, so this is the Wet n Wild brush. This one is the e.l.f. It doesn't have the name on it, but I will show you what it looks like. It has this like top that kind of goes around like this. I use this for face powder, so I'll just kind of do that in there whether it's loose or pressed, and I'll just put that all over my foundation when I'm done. So that one is that. There you go. And that all fits nicely in there. Yeah, one of the brushes does stick out a little bit, but whatever. This, I know he's not going to be saying a lot in this video. It's fine.
I'm going to feel like the sidekick in
yeah. Okay, so for the white one, these are all eyeshadow brushes. Now you can fit a lot more in here, but I tend to not use a whole bunch, and I like to reuse, so this one is a lot less full. So in here I have this e.l.f. crease brush. I have this brush here, and these 2 brushes here are from the Catwoman collection that I had. I have a video for that. And then these 2 are Real Techniques. And then this one right here is my go-to e.l.f. Crystal Crease brush that I got like 2 years ago, and they don't even sell it anymore, but it is my favorite. But yeah, so I use kind of like blending brushes, these flat brush, this pointed one helps you get in the crease. But yeah, those are kind of like the brushes I use on my eyes on a daily basis. So instead of like having to take a lot of brushes with me, what I do is I use, I think this is my, it says lemon pomegranate cream, but I use the container and it has rubbing alcohol in it. So I just spray that down and I use these. These are just like a trial pack of wet wipes, and I just wipe my brush on there to kind of keep them clean as I'm traveling. So I use both of those as well. All right, let's start with the actual makeup in here. First off, I have the, like a little moisturizer. This is the Ole Henriksen Sheer Transformation that I'm kind of using. So I will put the moisturizer on first. This is the e.l.f. Eye Refresh. I use this as a depuffer right underneath my eyes. That's my next step. Then I use the e.l.f. Hydrating Under Eye Primer, and you know, just do like a little pump of this, kind of go like this, and then put it here and then on my lids. And it really helps my face, especially my eyes, not look as dark underneath it with the circles. So this helps a lot. I don't even use concealer on my under eyes. I just use this, and it helps, especially with the eye refresh. It helps a lot. Next, what I do is I use a face primer. And so basically I have these. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish that I am trying out right now. And then I also have this one, which is the Too Faced Hangover. I have a sample of this. So I'm kind of using both of those while we're on our trip. And then we come over to, oh, I also forgot these things. Lips. I have this e.l.f. lip exfoliator. This is the cherry scented one. I do have the mint one, but I'm almost out of it, so I didn't want to bring that one with me. But yeah, this one is the mint one, or sorry, the cherry one. And it looks exactly like a regular lipstick, and I just kind of put this on, exfoliate, wait about 5 minutes.
So
and then,
it's like to get rid of just loose skin? That's
yeah, the dead skin.
Okay, that's cool.
Uh-huh.
That's cool. I could probably use one of those, actually.
You probably could, especially, like, and they're like $3. They're so cheap. So after you do that, you let that stay on, wipe it off, and then I use a moisturizer. So right now I'm still using my EOS coconut milk, but you can tell I'm pretty much out of there. But I have so many backups of these. Like every time they come up with a new flavor, I buy another one.
I'm still using a mint one from years ago.
Which, you know, might not be so great or effective anymore, so we can flip that out for you if you want. But anyway, so what that'll do is when you're wearing liquid lipstick, which you don't have this issue, but it will keep your liquid lipstick from flaking off or like coming off too soon. So you want to exfoliate. Okay, back to foundation. So there's a couple that I'm using right now. I got this sample of the Urban Decay Naked Skin One and Done, and I got medium light. I do not know if it's going to be the correct shade for me, but I'm definitely going to try it and see. It might be a little too dark. And then I also have the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. This is in the shade Fair. I did try the shade Light, and Light was still too dark for me. I know. So I'm using this. It does have 50+ SPF, so I figure if I want more full coverage, I can use this, and it will give me more full coverage. But sometimes I just wear powder foundation, especially if I know I'm going to go swimming or whatever. And so the one I'm bringing is the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin in 10 Porcelain. This stuff is awesome. Like, a lot of people will be like, how does your skin look so good when you go to work? I don't put on foundation. I use this. Or I use the IT Cosmetics Foundation Celebration Illumination Powder. I use that one also, but then, you know, this is so, it's great. Like, you can just put on a couple things of this. Doesn't even feel like you're wearing anything, and it's so fast. So, I recommend. All right, what is next? What is next? Oh, let's talk about eye primer. Usually I have an eye shadow primer. Like right now I'm using Too Faced Shadow Insurance, but I got this in a swap. It's the Estee Lauder Double Wear in 2C Light Medium, and it basically what this is like a cream, and I'm just going to use that as an eyeshadow base instead of using a primer all the time, just to see how it works. It is fairly light, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal, but that's what I'm using for an eye primer. All right, next up. Okay, this is my NYX Matte Finish Long Lasting Setting Spray. I actually haven't tried this yet, but it's a small bottle, so I'll just use that to like kind of set everything after I go. And then I guess we should talk about face products. So the two things that I'm bringing, I'm actually not bringing a lot of face products, but I always feel like I need a mirror because a lot of times, especially when we're at hotels or we're going out different places where there may not necessarily be a mirror that's easily accessible with 4 people using the bathroom all at the same time, I have to bring my own mirror. So I usually bring an e.l.f. palette or something, and this is the Beautifully Bare Total Face palette. And it has a really nice mirror right there. But so this is what I bring. And this is literally bronzer and blush. It basically everything I need for one look, and I'll just use it all week long, however long I'm gone. And then for highlighter, I have a little travel size of the Shimmering Skin Perfector from Becca in Opal, and I'll just use that as a highlighter. And between the two of those, that's all I need for my face. Plus, this is really nice and light, very natural looking.
Because when you're traveling, you really don't want to have heavy makeup on.
You really don't.
Because then you're just going to be going into weird places and be like, all over your face. It's not good.
True that. I have an eyelash curler. All right, now let's go for eyes. So the first thing I do is I pack a few singles. I do have 2 from ColourPop. This one is 3, and it's kind of a pretty shade. It looks like this. It's got shimmer, which I wanted to make sure I did have at least one ColourPop with shimmer. And what I usually will do is I will take my ColourPop shadow on the lid, and then I'll use some of these singles, which I'll show you in a minute, in the crease and kind of blend it out. So that's a good one to do if you want more of a darker look. And then if I want to pop a color, I'm using this one in Chipper, which is an interesting green color, which I don't necessarily wear to work a lot. So when I go on vacation, I like to wear the brighter colors.
It's a little minty.
It is a little minty. It's awesome. All right, and then of course in my Ipsy bags and Birchboxes and stuff, I always get these little like single samples of the balm. Sorry, I'm kind of like still sick, so that's why I'm getting kind of like hoarse as I'm talking.
Great moment.
So then I have these singles from the balm. I have Cindy Illuminizer, which is just kind of a really nice shimmery color. I have Frat Boy, which is a blush, but again, a lot of people are like, how do I dip my blush brush in here? I don't. I use it as eyeshadow, so it's a nice peach blending color. This is Nude Dude Fit, and it's like a bronzy color. And Balm Desert, which is like kind of a darker brown bronze color. And Hot Mama, which you can tell is probably one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I have hit pan and I'm still going, but I love it. And I love taking the singles because if they get messed up, I don't care because I have all of these in another palette somewhere. So it's a really good option. I just kind of keep them all together with a rubber band. Ooh, yeah. Oh. And then for palettes, I only take 2 with me. I make sure they're smaller ones, but for like more matte looks, I'm using the Lorac Matte Pro. And it looks like this, so it's got really nice neutral shades. And that fits really well in my bag. And then I use the Lorac Pro Metal, which I don't even think they sell this anymore. I got this in a swap from Megan Hilt on YouTube, and it has these really pretty shimmery colors, and I love them, and I'm so sad they don't really make this anymore. Really sad. But I will use this until I'm done with it. So that kind of covers like the shimmer, like pretty much any eye look, I can go for that.
Yeah.
But I really don't know what to expect at this point. All right. Next, let's talk brows. I have this e.l.f. brow pencil in taupe. It's pretty much what I use in every video. Ooh, yeah. And then I have my NYX brow mascara in blonde. I also use that in every video. I'm using the Cynthia Rowley eyeliner, and it's in silver, and it's just kind of add a little bit of shimmer. I think you can, you know what I'm trying to say, sharpen.
Yeah.
I think you can sharpen this.
That. Probably get like a crayon sharpener or something.
Yeah, probably. I have my Kat Von D tattoo liner, which is obviously trial size, my go-to also. For my lashes, I have the Wet n Wild Lash Focus Primer, which definitely helps with my lash growth, and it actually makes it stay longer because I'm using the Pacifica Dream Big mascara, which not only lengthens but it also volumizes, so I only need 1 mascara for the top, and Mega Length in Waterproof from Wet n Wild on the bottom. Both of those are stay on pretty well.
That makes sense.
Oh, I also forgot this. I have this like Tarte SPF. I rarely use it, but just in case, I'm going to be outside a lot.
A spray sunscreen?
No, it's actually a lotion. It's like a little pump.
That's nice. But
it's travel and it fits, so why not? I do have one pair of false lashes, because one is all I need, and it is Ardell Natural in 124, and some lash glue.
Because there is one night to dress up, so...
There is at least one.
You gotta have a little bit of lashes.
Maybe two. We're trying to get into one of the fancier restaurants for a brunch, so we'll see if that actually happens.
I don't do fancy restaurants very often. Looking forward to this.
And I am taking 4 lipsticks, maybe 5. I might be taking the one that I'm wearing right now, which is ColourPop Times Square. I might be taking that one, but I'm taking this kind of like lavender one, which is one of my favorites. It's in Koala from ColourPop. I'm taking this travel size in Swag from Bare Minerals. One of my favorites. Like, I need a full size. And then I got this one. This is Sugar Pill Kimchi. I just got this for my birthday from my friend Sasha. And I haven't used it a lot. It is kind of more of a gray taupey color. But I do want to get some use out of this. And then there's this one. I believe this is a ColourPop sample. But it doesn't have a name on it. And I really can't remember what it is. But I like the color, so... Yep. And that is what I have in my bag. Pretty good, right?
That's a lot of stuff.
I know, it is a lot of stuff, but I think it covers all my bases for a week-long vacation. Yep.
Yeah. It better.
Yeah.
Because if you need more, we were not coming back for it.
But everything has a use. So it's not like I'm packing more than I need, but I think I'm trying to pack like...
Well, a good amount of things also have multiple uses out
it
there.
does.
So you could use some as blushes, some as eyeshadow.
Exactly.
All depends on whatever kind of look you're looking for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that is what's in my cosmetic bag and kind of what I use every day in a way. So if you like this kind of videos, make sure you give it a thumbs up so I know you want to see more.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching, Zany friends, and until next time,
Stay zany.
bye-bye.